Hey, cool, peace. Sparks here. Welcome back to Guitars, Songs and Home Studios, where we talk about guitars, songs and home studios. Cool. Alright, cool, so welcome back. I haven't done one of these for a while. I think it's been about a month. I've been mad busy working on my new album, which is coming out soon. I'm working on stuff for my Patreon crew, working on videos there. So if you enjoy what you see here, please give me a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe. And if you like what you see here, please pop on over to Patreon, see if it's for you, have a look around, and if you like it, join the crew for more videos like this. Cool. Right, so today I am going to be looking at repairing or looking at why my AC30 has blown up. It was during a show for my Patreon crew. First solo in, poof, the AC30 went off. So I haven't had a chance to get around to look at it yet. I am going to show you now what's going on, and then I'm going to go into it, see if I can find out what's wrong with it, and see if I can fix it today, or if I have to work a little bit more on it. So I'll give you a bit of a background what happened, and then we'll have a look at the amp. So I've been using the Captor 8. I'll put a picture on screen now. I've been using the Captor 8 to capture the sound of my AC30 so I can bring it into my DAW without having to have a microphone on it in the studio, and to have it so it's a silent running amp. All working great, all working fine. Really interesting comparisons. I will do a video on the Captor 8 with comparison to the ACS1 and the Iridium and Amplitude, what I've been using over the years. I'm old school, so I love amps. I love technology and I love to utilize technology when I can, but I'm old school and I love a good quality AC30 amp. I like tweeds as well, but my mainstay is an AC30. But it went off first solo, first song on the set, and it was just like, oh no. Fortunately, I'm fortunate to have other amps in the room. I was able to switch it out, carry on with the gig. Alright, so let's go on over and have a look at what's going on when I turn it on. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at the amp now. I've got a feeling this is going to be the most uninteresting part of the video, but we'll see. So we're plugged in. I always use a circuit breaker on all the amps that I use. I've always done that. I play barefoot most of the time, so it's an extra security, but there you go. Right, so there we go. It's plugged in, it's live. Ah, that's good. There you go. Nothing happening. Nothing going on. Okay, cool. So there we go. It's dead. I've put a couple of fuses in there over the last month or so. A couple of days after I played the gig, I put a new fuse in, an input fuse, and it worked. It played and it was fine, and that's when that fuse blew yesterday when I tried to put it on. When I tried to turn it on and to play. So let's open it up and let's see what's going on, and see if we can fix it today, or whether it needs to go on the bench and I need to do a lot more work on it. Cool. What I'm looking for is, I'm having a look to see if there's any scorching on any of the valves. I've got a feeling these valves could be out. However, the GZ34s are notorious for giving issues and giving spikes. So I'm just looking at the valves. They are looking old. They are looking, I'll get you a close up in a minute. They are looking old. They are looking, you can see the paint has worn on them. and got a bit grey, which is saying that they're old and they've been run hot. Can't see anything major, anything black or anything burning. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it into the workshop now. I'm going to pull all the valves and then I'm going to power it up. Put a new fuse in, power it up, and then see where we go from there. See better. That way. Okay, I don't know how well we can see there. As you can see, the valves don't look too bad. They look aged. I can see the paint starting to wear off. It's starting to go grey instead of bright red. But I can't see any scorch marks. Right, I'm going to pop them all out and then I'm going to power it up, see if, and put a new fuse in it, and then power it up and see if it stays on without the valves in. Because if it does, I've got a valve issue. If it doesn't, I've got a bigger issue. You know there's a problem when if you're doing this type of thing, you know you've got a serious problem if your fuse bill is greater than your valve bill. Okay, so here we go. So no valves, new fuse, we're on. Now, the standby won't come on because it's got no valves in it. But what we have done is we've got it on and the fuse hasn't blown. So that's cool. So that sounds to me like we've got a valve problem. So, okay, cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the valves back in one by one. I'm going to put the 83s back in first. I don't think it's these. I don't think it's the preamp valves. Actually, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go with the power valve, the rectifier valve. Quite usual for these things to cause fuse to blow. Let's see how that goes. There we go. You can see that very well, but there's the GZ34, the rectifier valve. If you look at the top, there's just a little red dot. That's the heater for the valve, which is saying that, alright, that's looking okay. That's on, it's not glowing too red. It is red, but it's not glowing too much. Alright, I'm going to put this standby on and see what we get. Okay, cool. So it's later in the day now and I'm back in the studio and I'm editing the video. Now, when I put the GZ34 in, I was concentrating more on holding the camera and flicking the switch. So I didn't see the action. I didn't see that mini explosion, the lightning inside the valve. So that was really interesting, really cool when I came back in here and saw it in slow motion. So that's obviously the problem. I'll take a picture, I can actually freeze frame it and you can see where there's like a little hockey stick where there's been an internal arc in between components inside the valve. I'll put that on in a minute. That was obviously the problem. And there's an internal short or an internal problem within the valve that is causing it to arc and cause a short circuit within the valve. But never mind. But I have found, this is an old GZ34. You can't really see on there, but it is written on the top because it's an old one. But I know that it's good, and that's why I've kept it. If the valve isn't good, I get rid of it. And I've got this, which is a solid state replacement for valve rectification. I'm actually going to go with this first because I know that this is good. I know that's good, but I know this is good, and I just want to make sure that I can turn it on and that there isn't some sort of short just within the socket. Okay, cool. So let's have a look. Okay, so we've taken that out, that rectifier out, got the new fuse. Back on, we're back in. Okay. that won't come on because there's nothing in circuit for it. But there you go, that's cool. So let's kill that. Let's put this, is it focusing? Alright, let's put this in. Okay, so that's in, it was a tight fit. Two-hand job. Okay. Alright, that's looking promising. Okay, so there we go. Everything's on, it's staying on. You can see the valves now, you can see the heaters just at the tops, just here, the little red lights. They're the heaters within the valves to get all the electricity, the electrons moving. But it's working, it's on, the fuse isn't blowing. And it's time to put it back in the case and see what it sounds like. It's back on, it's working, and that's the main thing. Cool. Okay, cool. So there we go. The amp is now back up and running. There is a noise issue with it. I will have a look at that at another time, but that's another problem for another day. Today was to get it working, to get it back and not blowing fuses. So at the end, it was this. It was the GZ34 rectifier valve. So there we go. The beauty of working with valves, the beauty of trying to fault find. Fortunately, my fuse bill was not too high today, but they can get higher and higher. Okay, cool. Thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed that today. Please let me know, leave some comments. If you like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up. As I said before, if you like guitars, songs and home studios, you like to listen to independent music and independent musicians, please come on over and have a look at my Patreon crew, see if it's for you, and then join the crew, or go on and listen to my music at Spotify or Amazon or Deezer or Apple, wherever you get your music from, or come on over to my shop at Bandcamp and have a look over there. All the links are down below. Thanks for being here. I'll see you again soon for another guitars, songs and home studios. I'm off to play an AC30. Cool. Peace.